I think one thing I didn't do well the first couple years in my time at UNLV was really engage with the campus a little bit more. I was a commuter student, certainly the first couple years. I grew up in Las Vegas, and so I was used to going to school and coming back home every day. And I did that the first 2 years, and then the end of my sophomore year had an opportunity to join a fraternity and get involved with Greek life and some other student activities, and that just completely turned around my UNLV experience. I enjoyed going to school more, spent more time on campus, built relationships, and the friendships that I have today, all my best friends are folks that I met in my fraternity and Greek life. In fact, one of our fraternity brothers ended up officiating my wedding, and I actually officiated his. And so I think, whether it's Greek life or other clubs and activities, I think, you meet some of your best friends in college, and I think that just ultimately enhances your experience on campus. I got lucky, and I had an opportunity to start working for the company about 11 years ago at the front desk at MGM Grand. While I was still a student at UNLV. My last 2 years, I both worked full-time and went to school full-time. And so I think really getting your foot in the door and learning the operation from the ground up, even though I've sort of graduated not only from UNLV, but from that area of the business, I really have a good baseline understanding of what not only our customers are experiencing on the front lines every day, but also our employees. And so it's a good baseline understanding to keep in the back of your mind when you're working on a project that might involve, a labor initiative or a customer service initiative. What's the experience of the customer and the employee going to be at the end of the day? And having that firsthand experience and knowledge has really helped me throughout my career. My number one tip is always build relationships. Whether it's engaging a mentor, or it's just working closely with your colleagues and your peers, or even ultimately becoming a mentor to someone else. I think I'm at that stage, maybe early mid-level in my career, where I've had an opportunity to be a mentor a little bit more in the past. But you still got to seek out those relationships and get to know the people that you work with, because ultimately you're going to need to pick up the phone and call a favor in one time, and you want to make sure that you've built up a relationship and built up a rapport with those folks, and just always be useful. Make sure that you're always kind of raising your hand, and it's a very cliche thing to say, but volunteer for things that maybe somebody didn't assign to you, or think outside the box and say, well, this was the original goal of what we wanted to do, but I think it might be a little bit better if we added this in or approached it a different way. So I think the relationship building and always being open and willing to do things that maybe outside your specific scope are two good things to keep in mind. I think we have a lot of great leaders in our company, and certainly through my career I've had a chance to work directly with and receive mentorship directly from those leaders. I don't think I've ever asked someone if they wanted to go out to lunch, or even just to pick their brain for 30 minutes, and they've turned me down. So I think that's one great aspect of MGM. And I think hospitality as a whole is an incredible industry to work in. We at the end of the day get to figure out how to have people have a fun vacation, and there's not a lot of industries where you get to pretty much work on how somebody has a better time and has fun all day. So those are two, I think, great things about the company and the industry as a whole. Hi, my name is Chris Starcynic. I work at MGM Resorts as our Director of Commercial Program Strategy, and I graduated from UNLV in 2014 for business and the MBA program in 2018. Go Rebels!